All right, one of the greatest things about drinking beer is that it provides a full sensory experience. From the moment we open the bottle and we hear the release of gas, to when we pour the beer, we can see the color of foam, we smell it, we taste it, all of our senses are engaged. One of the worst things, though, is that we really never take the time to enjoy all the things that beer provides to us. So today, we're going to do a little project called the Budweiser 3 Taste Test, and we're going to allow all of our senses to enjoy this beer. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right. What I want you to do is you have 2 cups and a bottle of beer. Separate your cups next to each other, like so. And the first sense that's going to be engaged when we open the bottle of beer is the sense of sound. So on the count of 3, let's enjoy this one together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Isn't that a great sound? Any time of day you hear that, you know it's going to be a great experience. What I want you to do now is grab one of your cups. We're going to pour this beer improperly, the wrong way to do it. We're going to tilt the cup and very, very slowly pour yourself about an inch of beer with little to no color of foam, just like that. Now obviously the next sense that's going to be engaged is the sense of sight. So we're going to look at our beer. Not really sold on the fact that it's beer. Could be a variety of things. Could be apple juice, could be cider, could be one of the energy drinks. You're not really sure it's beer. So we're going to have to smell it next. Now when you smell, a couple of things are important. You have your olfactory receptors that are up in your nose, and those allow us to translate different volatiles into aromas. Now when we smell our beer, it's very important that we smell with our mouth open, because when we smell with our mouth open, we allow different aromas to come over our olfactory receptors, both forward and backwards through our nasal passage. It's called orthonasal and retronasal. So with your mouth open, go ahead and stick your nose down in the beer, get some good whiffs, and I want you to do 2 things. The first thing I want you to do is assign an intensity to the aroma. On a scale of 1 to 5, how strong does that beer smell? The second thing I want you to do is describe to yourself what it smells like. And don't say it smells like beer, okay? That's an easy way out. But try to describe certain things in there. Maybe there's a fruity ester. Maybe there's a floral note, something that you can correlate to. Now we get to the fun part. We're going to taste our beer. When we taste, we're going to do those same 2 things. We're going to measure the intensity. So when we take a sip, how strong was the bite on our tongue? And then we're going to measure the different flavors on there. Do we pick up some sweetness, some salty, some sour, some bitter? So let's go ahead and take a sip, measure the intensity, run it around your tongue, and then bring it on home. All right, set that sample down. Grab your next cup at this point. This time we're going to pour it like we mean it. Hold that cup straight, let that beer gurgle out, generating a nice collar of foam, just like that. And we do those same 3 tests. Visually, can you tell I'm drinking a beer? Absolutely. It's got that nice collar of foam. If we tilt the glass and roll it, we see some of that lacing effect where that foam adheres to the inside, so we know we have a beer-ready glass or a beer-ready cup. Now stick your nose down in there. Do you sense any difference in the aroma?
It's stronger, definitely.
It is. It's much more robust. Now let's go ahead and take a sip. How would you describe the taste?
It's definitely sweeter.
It is a lot sweeter. How about you?
Be a little less bitter.
Less bitter, exactly. So we've got a more robust flavor, a little sweeter, a little less bitter, more balanced. Now, if I'm drinking beer directly out of the bottle, okay, it takes about 5 or 6 sips to really finish that entire bottle, about 2 ounces per sip. So what I want you to do is take both of your samples and pour them back and forth 6 times. And when you do this, you're actually going to generate quite a bit of foam, and that's okay. Back and forth 6 times. Now you want to end up with a cup that looks just like that or just like that. We're going to do those same 3 tests once again. Visually, can you tell that I'm drinking a beer? Absolutely. It's got the collar of foam, the nice golden liquid. Now stick your nose down in there. It's really not as robust as the first one, is it? No, it's actually kind of weak. Let's go ahead and taste it. How would you describe that?
It's a little flat.
It is flat, right? So when you drink beer out of a bottle, picture this. You actually get 3 different experiences. That first third of your bottle is the first sample that we had. Really didn't taste too bad, right? But that second sample that we had was the middle part of your bottle. We said it had a much more robust aroma, a little sweeter, a little less bitter, a lot more pleasing on our tongue. And the third sample we had was what? That third one that was flat. Really didn't have any aroma to it. Now, if we're serving beer to our customers, do we ask our customers if they want another beer when their bottle's right there and the beer tastes good? No, we ask it when it's down here. It's kind of flat, it's kind of warm, not really enjoyable, doesn't want me to really have another one. So when we serve a bottle of beer, you should always recommend serving it with a nice cold glass so they can pour their beer into the glass. Because when you pour it in, you release that carbon dioxide, you get great aromas, great flavors, and it's not as filling either. Now, second thing Not only is it not as filling and great aromas, but when you smell beer, things that you smell affect things that you taste, right? We all love the taste of cough medicine, don't we? No, it's absolutely disgusting. So when we were kids, you take cough medicine, you hold your nose, right? Or if you have a cold sometimes and you're eating food, you can't taste those things because what you smell affects what you taste. So if I'm drinking beer out of a glass, where's my nose? It's inside the glass. And what I smell is what I'm drinking, so I have that full sensory experience. If I'm drinking beer out of the bottle, where's my nose? It's out here, and I'm smelling your bad cologne and the different aromas. I'm just kidding, you have great cologne. The things that are in the bar, the smoke, things like that, that are going to affect the way that our beer tastes. So bottom line, when you serve a beer, you want to make sure we pour our bottled beer into a glass. It tastes better, it looks better, it smells better, and we all like a good beer, don't we? There's your Budweiser 3-taste test.